Mm. What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. It's cold outside, very cold. All right, where am I going now? GPS is on. Hi, guys. Welcome back to our channel. Um, I just decided to go live and talk about some immigration stuff just because somebody asked me a process. I'm not an immigration consultant, but I can advise you guys based on what I had to do when I migrated, paperwork that I had to complete, um, things that I had to do to survive legally. That's what I can advise you on. All right. I can advise you based on my life. So feel free to ask me some questions and I can give you a detail of what I did when I migrated. And you know, things that have changed since the government changed and things that have changed over the years. You're migrating, it's up to you if you succeed or fail, right? And there are certain things that you got to do in order to succeed, guys. You got to do certain things to succeed. Hi, Mira. Hey, sweet baby.
Okay,
What's up?
you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Um,
You guys still on?
no, they're in the car. It's just me doing all kind of dumb
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Oh, so I'm live. I'm talking about immigration stuff. If anybody joins me and asks me a question, that's what I want to talk about today. Because somebody asked me about like some process, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe that's a good video to make. Maybe that's a good thing to go live and talk about
Okay.
immigration process that I've been through. And
Oh, it's raining.
yes, I told you it was cold outside. Hi, Brenda. What's your question? Like I said, I'm not an immigration consultant, but I've been here long enough
Can you put
to
this on
tell
speaker for me,
you
please? Let me get my earphone.
guys how to immigration system. Advice. I'm just giving you pointers, things that I did to survive. Uh, Mr. Unitarian,
Yes.
this is a family channel, and I will not release your comment. Okay? But welcome though. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. I think they're nice as well, Mr. Unitarian. Thank you for your business. Please drive safely. If you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Drop me a question, guys. Because I want to talk about immigration stuff if you want to hear. Otherwise, we just drive, right? So there are many ways to migrate to America. A lot. You can jump in the banana boat and come in illegally. That's what I did. I took the banana boat, the export boat, and come here. So that's one route. But then you got to be running away from immigration and running away from ICE and stuff at the border. So I wouldn't suggest that road. But that's a road, right? So that's one way of doing it. So by stealing away on a ship, stowaway. That's one way to get into America.
Ano?
Another way is to
Look at
get
this trouble.
a visa, like a tourist visa, right? So if you're in like the Caribbean island, the Caribbean countries, then you need like a tourist visa to come to America. Like to visit, stay for 6 months, go home. That's a tourist thingy. And then if you need something more long term, you might need a green card, right? A permanent resident. So yeah, stuff like that. All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit the like button. So with green card, if you already have like, say you have your parents here in America, right? Your parents are citizens. Then your parents can put in a petition, or what we call your parents can file for you, right? So that's one way of doing it. Your parents are already American citizens, and you're a Jamaican or you're a Guyanese or wherever you are. Your parents are American, then they can put in a petition and file for you. That usually takes a long time, like maybe 2 years to get you here, right? And I can tell you the whole step. Trust me, I've done this like a million times, and you don't need a lawyer. I've done this without a lawyer. Anyway, I'm not advising you, but I'm just telling you that you do not need to pay a lawyer thousands of dollars to fill out those paperwork because I did it myself. And I'm not the smartest person on earth, and I did it myself. All right.
You
So
have to
I
have
gave you two
time
ways
though,
already.
because it's time.
You're breaking up. What did you say? Come again. You're breaking up. All right, fine. If you got money and you don't want to do it yourself, pay the lawyer thousands of dollars. But like for me, I didn't have the money and I did it myself, like paper by paper by paper. And if you miss something, right? Say you do something incorrectly, they still take the file and then they tell you what you missed, and then hey, we need this, right? That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna tell you what they missed, what you missed, and they're gonna ask you to provide the missing information. That's what they're gonna do. So I gave you three ways, right? Stow away illegally, get a tourist visa. Three, have a parent file for you. Okay, so in reverse, a parent can also have a child file for them. So that's four, right? So that's
It's
family
further
member
though.
filing for you, like direct. So a child can file for the parent. You have a American child, and you're in whatever country. For instance, Jamaica, because I'm Jamaican. Then your child can file for the parent. So that's four ways of doing it. And it's still a bunch of paperwork, and it's not gonna cost you a lot. Probably about $1,000 to start it, to put in the paperwork. Because I know one of the paper costs like 600 and something dollars. And it all depends on the route that you're going. All right. So it's not that crazy. All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I'm talking about immigration stuff. Disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an immigration consultant. I'm just talking from experience. All right, recap. Stow away, get a tourist visa, have your parents file for you, or you file for your parents. That's four. Four ways of doing it so far. Another way for some countries, right? You can have your job
Good job.
file for you. So if you're in some countries, Jamaica is not one of these countries, right? So you can get a job, like you get an online job, you apply for a job, and then your job can sponsor you, right? I don't know why, but Jamaica is not a part of that group. Your job can't sponsor you if you're a Jamaican. Don't know why. Don't know what to tell you. So I'm gone five already, right? So you get a job, and then your job is like, okay, yeah, we need you over here, blah blah blah, and then they put in the paper that they need you, and then they have nobody else who can do the job that you can do, and you're like the best thing for them, and then they can file for you, your job file for you, right? I'm Marcel Powell. We're talking about immigration stuff and survival when you come to America. So how to come to America, one, and survival when you're in America. All right. But I'm still stuck on the immigration part because I'm trying to get some more people to talk to me. Hi Marcel, are you in America? Are you an immigrant? Or tell me something about you, Marcel. Hit the like button if you're getting some value from this talk. All right. So immigration. Recap. Stowaway, which is illegal. Get a tourist visa. Have your parent file for you, or parent have their child file for them. And five, your job can sponsor you. All right. You can get a work permit, and then you get a green card from your job. All right. And that's legit. It's just that Jamaica are barred from that process. I'm gone five. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. All right. So that's five. All right. And the biggest one that's in my head is you can have your spouse file for you, right? A lot of people go that road. So sometimes, tourists come to Jamaica, or tourists go to Ireland, and they meet somebody and they fell in love and they're married to that person, and then they can sponsor them from there. So if you know this program, right, like 90 Days Fiance, all right, so I'm looking at this now. I'm going to break up the spousal filing into two parts. All right. So you're a tourist, you go to Jamaica, you met this fine ass girl on the beach, and you're like, damn, I want to take her to America. One, you can marry to her right away and file the paper. Two, you can put in something called a shit. What's the name of it now? It's like a fiance visa. Fiance visa. That's what's the name of it. All right. So you put in a fiance visa.
But with the
So
fiance
yeah,
visa,
fiance
the
visa.
person have to be in the country,
So
right?
you don't have to marry. If you don't feel like you want to get married, you don't have to get married. You can apply for a fiance visa. So that's two ways. I'm thinking about your spouse filing for you in two ways. So technically, I'm going like seven already. Seven ways to come to America already. Damn, this is great. All right, so seven ways so far to come to America. So hot topic, your spouse. So you can either get married, or if you don't think it's time to get married, you can do a fiance visa. So with the fiance visa, right? It's a one entry visa. You come and you have to leave after 90 days. So you have 90 days to figure out if you love this person or not. All right, that's a fiance visa. 90 days. This person can come and stay, live with you and stuff for 90 days. And you get to figure out, hey, can I live with this person? Do I love this person? After 90 days of you doing the do's and stuff, and you don't like the way she do it, and you don't like the way she store, you don't like the way she cook, you can like, hey, return, go home. This is not gonna work out. 90 days. All right, 90 Days Fiance. What's that movie, guys? It's something on Netflix. 90 Days Fiance. All right, so after 90 days, great. You love everything about her. Now you gotta get married, right? You get married, this person doesn't have to go home. This person can stay now. Because after the fiance visa, you got married, you're in love, you got married. All right. So now she can stay. So technically, she doesn't have any papers. If she leaves, or your spouse leave after this marriage, they probably can't re-enter, right? Because the visa is now voided after 90 days. So they probably can't come back. But still, eventually, when the filing is done, they're gonna get re-entry, right? But if you do this route, 90 days fiance, fiance visa, get married after 90 days, or anytime within the 90 days you get married, that person can stay in America. Um, you put in like a work permit is the fastest thing to get, right? You put in a work permit for them. No, the work permit cannot go by itself. So you have to put in the green card application, and then you put in a work permit and modification of status and some other little stuff. It's on the website. It's on the UCIS website, right? So those are things I know: modification, work permit, and the green card application. So you put those in, right? All right, guys, if you're new to the channel and you're getting value, please hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. You want to hear about immigration stuff that I'm talking about. All right, back on topic. You put in that green card application, a supplemental work permit, and modification of status. So the first thing that you're gonna get is the work permit. That's the easiest thing to get. Easiest thing. Yeah. Adjustment of status, modification of status, same thing. Thank you, Ingrid, for correcting me. It's called adjustment of status. All right. So I said modification of status. Ingrid said adjustment of status. All right. But the first thing you're gonna get though, the easiest thing to get is a work permit. Like within like 4 months, 3, 4 months, you get a work permit. So now you have a work permit, you can start working. Like you can get a social security card, you get your social security number, and now you can work. You can work legally. You can work legally. So while you're here waiting on your green card, you can work and be what you call now beneficial to society, right? So you're working. No green card, maybe green card thingy might take a year, right? So now you got a whole 8 months, 8 months of working. You work. You save some money because if your spouse is not working a lot of money when it comes to the green card appointment, then they're gonna ask for something called like affidavit of support, right? So your spouse cannot afford to take care of himself and take care of you on paper. So maybe you're okay with the $10 he's working, and you're not a high demand. You're not a what do you call it? High demand. What do you call it now? High maintenance girl. Bye, baby. Love you. So you're not a high maintenance girl, right? So $10 can take care of you and take care of him in your eyes, but in the government eyes, you actually need $30, right? So now he's working $10. You guys are comfortable and okay, but now the government is like, hey, you need to work up $30 because $10 can take care of a husband and a. So now because it's low income, they're gonna ask him to get somebody to for a sign an affidavit of support. Right? The affidavit of support to say, like any random stranger or family can sign it and say, hey, when his wife migrates, I'm gonna help him take care of his wife. I'm gonna support them financially if they need money. That's what this affidavit of support is. If they need money, I'm gonna help them, and you sign away your life that hey, you're gonna help them just in case they need anything. All right? That's the affidavit of support. However, if when you got your work permit, you started working and you're making enough money to supplement your spouse. So now your spouse is working $10 and you're working $20. That's $30. So now you don't need to ask people for help, right? Because now both of you making money, and then that money come together now, and then you guys are qualified. Okay, so now you can supply, you can help him sponsor yourself, right? So now you get the green card, guys. You get the green card. Great, you get the green card. All right. And so your first green card is gonna be like a 2 year green card, right? So after 2 years, your green card expires. All right. So now you have to file for an extension. All right. So now once they grant that extension, and then you're gonna need your spouse again. So just in case after you and your spouse falls out during that 2 years, you might have a problem. You probably can do it without him, but you might have a problem renewing your green card on your own. You might. So just in case your spouse is an idiot and you can't stand him, you might want to stay with him until the 2 years is up. All right? You might want to. All right? All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, I'm talking about immigration stuff. Give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe if you're new. All right? Thumbs up, guys. I can see you watching me. Give me a thumbs up. All right, so immigration stuff. So after 2 years, you need to go for an extension, right? Or renewal. And then the next renewal is going to be a 10-year green card, 5 and 5, 10-year green card. That's what you're going to get for the renewal. No, at that point, you technically do not need your spouse anymore. All right. So this is where most relationships fall apart because no, I don't need my spouse anymore. So what's the point of sticking along another 10 years? All right. So you don't need a spouse anymore. You're an immigrant. You have a green card valid for 10 years. You're still not an American citizen. You're not an American citizen. Even though you have a lot of rights and privileges, you do not have privileges that are solely provided for citizens, right? So from here on, you want to become a citizen, right? So now you can file a document after 3 years of being in America, after 3 years of being a green card holder, 3 to 5 years, you can file for citizenship. So you no longer have to wait the whole 10 years that you got a 10-year green card. You do not have to wait 10 years now. You just need to be here 3 years, be in good standing. You're working. You're not a criminal. You're not doing anything stupid. So 3 years, you got a good job. You can go file your thingy to become a citizen. All right. All right. So that's the norm. That's the norm. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the norm, right? However, there are other instances where you can actually, upon getting your green card, you can get your citizenship within like 6 months, easily. All right, you can become a citizen within 6 months with some other backdoor deal that's legal, right? Let me not say backdoor deal, some shortcut, right? Shortcut. Legal, legal, legal. Get your green card January 1st, and by June, you can be a citizen. All right? You don't have to qualify for some little stuff. All right, guys. Yeah, 3 years if you're still married to your spouse, 5 years or longer if you're divorced. All right, thank you, Ingrid. Thank you for reinforcing my thoughts here. All right, cool. All right, guys, hit the thumbs up if you're getting value from my talk. I'm just driving home from school. And, I just want to make different topics on my channel instead of always talking about my life and talking about my success. I want to help people. I want to help people navigate this world that I've navigated. Right, so I was a cop in Jamaica. I had a good life. I had a house. I had a car. And I was comfortable. I didn't have a lot of money, but I was comfortable, right? So I decided to move to America. And then I figured it out real fast. And within 5 years, I'm a citizen. I have a house. I have cars and everything within 5 years because I was smart, right? And a lot of people been in America long, 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 and they still don't have anything. But I'm just showing you because you got to be smart with what you're doing. I figured it out, and I made a life for my family within 5 years. 5 years. All right, so back on task, right? So the shortcut to getting citizenship. All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, I see people watching me. Hit the thumbs up, like, and share the chat, right? Like, share, and subscribe. So the shortcut to citizenship, like for me, I took the shortcut, all right? Oh, I got here. My spouse filed for me. That's how I got here. All right, that's me. All right. That's the shortcut. All right. That's the short of my story. I've been here undocumented for a while, suffering. All right. But I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go on that unless somebody want me to talk about that. But anyway, let me go. Shortcut, right? Shortcut. So after getting my green card, I went to a military recruit center. I got my green card. Like it came in the mail today, and tomorrow I was at the recruitment center signing up to join the military. All right, and I was an old ass man when I came to America. When I got my green card, I was old. I had like a few months to join the military. I was like right at the cutoff age of joining the military. So I joined the military, right? I went in to training the December. I graduated the February, and by the summer, I was a citizen. That's how easy it is, guys. I got my green card. I got my green card. I think I got my green card the summer, like August or somewhere there. I got my green card 1 year, and it took me a few months just to. It took me a few months just to get my paperwork together for the military, because they want a lot of stuff. They wanted my background check from Jamaica. They wanted my high school report from Jamaica. So even though I came here and I did a GED, right? And guys, you can do a GED without being a citizen, without having any status. I did my GED while I was undocumented. So then I had my GED, but they wanted my high school papers in Jamaica, and they wanted some other little stuff from Jamaica. It took me a while to get. So that's why it took me from the summer to December to get it, because I did everything like real fast just to get in the military. So that's the shortcut. So I got that. And hold on, let me take a call, guys. Hello, good morning. Hello. All right, spam call, wasting my time. All right, so yeah. So I joined the military December, came out boot camp February, and by July, I was a citizen. So that's my shortcut. All right. So you join the military, and in exchange, they give you your citizenship. Because hey, if you're willing to die for America, then it's okay for me to give you citizenship, right? If you're gonna die in exchange for going to war and signing away your life, I'm gonna make you a citizen. So that's my shortcut, guys. Got my green card, joined the military, became a citizen in like 6 months, easily. All right. So that's the shortcut. All right, guys. If you're getting any value from my chat, hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe. My daughter wanna join my live. Hold on, baby. Let me send you a message. Stop ringing my phone, daughter. I'm gonna send you a message. I'm gonna send you the link to join my live, baby. I'm gonna send you the message to join my live. Hold on. I'm gonna send you. All right, fine. I'm gonna let you. Hold on. So my daughter is bothering me to join the live. All right, guys. Drop some comments down below. Tell me what your thoughts are. Are you interested in coming to America? Have you ever watched that movie, Coming to America, Eddie Murphy? Are you interested in migrating? Guys, I got all the tips and tricks. I got all the shortcuts, guys. I came here and I figured it out in like poof, in like an instance. And then I did it. You understand? I got a job. I started a business and I did it. I bought a house and then we bought another house and then we bought some stuff and then we bought some stuff and we sell some stuff and we bought some stuff and then we're happily ever after. All right, guys, I got the blueprint to be successful in America, guys. I got it. Ask me a question. I'll tell you no lies. I'm here to give you guidance. Disclaimer, I'm not an immigration consultant, but I can advise you based on what I did to survive and how I did my paperwork. All right? And then, guys, let me tell you something. It's okay to migrate and it's okay to start over because I did it. I left everything behind and I did it. It was fearful, but I did it. And it's okay for me to say I did it without help. All right? I'm going to tell you this. I did it without help. Only God helped me on that journey. All right? So, one thing, guys, if you're deciding, like, no, so listen, things change, right? When I came here, when I came here, things were different. When I came here, it was okay for you to stow away, or it was okay for you to come on your visa and overstay and then go undocumented for a while and then figure yourself out. No, it's not okay because of change of government. So it's not okay now. But I still think it's okay to take risks, right? Because when I came here, my sisters and whoever were saying like, go home, don't mess up your visa, don't do this. Why are you leaving a good job in Jamaica and come here? There's nothing in America. While they're here hustling. But the thing is, people will tell you not to do it because one, they don't want to help you. Two, they are just hateful that you might come here and you might work out better than them. So they're gonna tell you, don't do it. Don't mess up your visa. Don't leave your life in Jamaica. Don't come to America. It's not worth it. Because I got all of that. I got all of that, right? And they make it worse. The people who tell you that are some people who are barely surviving, but they're just fearful that you might come here and you might make it better than they have been doing for years. Especially the ones who came here when they were kids, are the ones who are born here. They are the ones who are like, don't do it. Because they don't want you to make anything of yourself. They want you to stay in Jamaica and suffer. They don't want you to come to America and then your life might change and you're better off than them. They don't want that. So they're gonna tell you don't do it. But I'm telling you, don't listen to them, right? Because when I came here, she not, and then she went back home while I took a risk. All right. Guys, another thing, if you're taking a risk, right? Say you have family members here, they're not your parents, or even if it's your parents, say you have sisters, brothers here, right? And you're taking that risk. Just know that the person who encouraged you to take that risk after a few months is not gonna be the same person. That person is gonna change on you. All right. So they'll encourage you, hey, come on, man, I got a basement. You can sleep on my couch. You can come over. I guarantee you, after you being there 2 months, not working, can't help them with their bills, and you're sleeping on their couch and sweating in their couch, all that friendship is gonna change. They're gonna be like treating you like shit, right? Like, man, I think you should go home, man, because you're not getting any job and you're here. You should leave before you mess your visa up, man. And they'll be telling you that. I guarantee you. If somebody encourage you to come here and overstay, make sure you come here with your head screwed on and you know that you have a 30 days expiration. 30 days with these idiots, right? They're going to encourage you to come, but I guarantee you, you will overstay your welcome after 30 days. I give it 30 days for them to start showing you bad face. I've been there and I can tell you it's going to happen. All right? Immigration. They are not your friends. All these people in America encouraging you to come up. I tell you, they will. They're okay because they haven't seen you in years, right? You understand? They haven't seen you in years. You've been in Jamaica. They're in America also, and they haven't seen you. They're gonna encourage you, like, hey, come, and then they're gonna take you shopping. They're gonna take you on the mall. They're gonna run up their credit cards because they really have nothing going on. They're just gonna run up their credit card. They're all swiping credit cards, right? They're gonna run up their credit card bill and take care of you for like maybe 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, and they look on their statement and see that, oh shit, I'm showing off too much. I'm spending too much money. This guy needs to go home, right? After 2 weeks leading up to a month, you have overstayed your welcome with them. Now they're showing you a bad face. Now you gotta get out. Now you gotta go home. And they're giving you a bunch of excuses, guys. I'm talking from experience. I've been there, done that. I've been the worst. I know I'm living my best life, right? In my eyes, some people might say I'm suffering, but I think I'm living a good life, right? But it started from nothing, and you gotta be prepared to hustle, fight, eat dirt until you can eat steak. All right, eat dirt, go outside, pick up the leaf off the floors and eat it until you make life and you can eat steak. One thing you should not do, though, I guarantee you, this is gonna make you fail. Never come here, never come to America, never migrate to Canada, never migrate to anywhere and try to trick people. Then you know what I mean trick people is like come here and then so you got a good life, right? You got a good job. Never go for expensive car. Never go for the most expensive apartment. Never go for the Louis Vuitton and the whatever because you're gonna get stuck in a rut, right? So once you start showing off, you can't go back. Start small, all right? Save your money and then live a normal life and save your money because they're gonna be talking, right? But what a lot of people do is that once they migrate, they start buying these expensive stuff and just showing off, and it never works out right. It just never goes good, right? So, like for me, for instance, the first car that I bought when I came here, right, was for $500. First car. Then my next car was like after I started working and hustling. My next car was an upgrade that I bought for $800. I know somebody will be laughing though, like what kind of car you buy for $500 that actually works. So you got some really shitty cars in America that I wouldn't drive in Jamaica. I would never be caught dead in a rusty looking car in Jamaica. But when I came here, I had no friends, I had no support, I had nothing. I knew I had to move around, and I got a little rusty car for $500. And then my upgrade was an $800 car that wasn't as rusty as the other one. So that was my upgrade, right? After a few months, upgrade. And then my next car was a $2,200 car. This was a little old SUV that was in good condition, right? $2,200. It was a Ford Escape. $2,200. I paid for that Ford Escape. And then I drove that for a few months and I'm like, damn, I love this car. So I'm working now, loving this car. By then, I'm doing photography and I'm in the military, and that car taking me all over. I'm like, oh shit, I love this. So I decided to go spend $3,000 on the car. $3,000. Change out the front end, change off new tires and everything. Now this car feels brand new, right? And then like next week, so I did it this week, spend $3,000 overall in that car, and then next week the car start overheating. I just wasted my $3,000 on this little old car, and it started boiling up and everything. And then that cost me another few $1,000s again. Because now I have to fix the radiator because some mechanic told me it was the radiator. I changed the radiator. It's still boiling. He told me it was the pump. I changed the pump. It's still boiling. Told me he needed a gasket. I changed the gasket. It's still boiling. I think after I changed the gasket, it was okay. It was okay for like maybe a few days. All right. And maybe it was because it was winter. It was okay. And then I was driving to Pennsylvania from New York one day for a job. No, it was Jersey. I think I was driving from New York to New Jersey for a job, and then it started overheating. And then I couldn't reach the job. So I had to cancel on the client. And you know what I did? From there, I drove that ticking time bomb overheating car directly into a dealership, a Toyota dealership. And from then, I got my first brand new car. Brand new, same year car I got. And from then, I never bought another used car. And I've been changing my cars every 3 years ever since. So drive it for 3 years, guys. Once that warranty runs out, that's somebody else's problem, right? That's what I've been doing. Financing, financing, financing. So I don't buy cash, so I'm not rich. So I'm not going to tell you to buy cash, right? So I've been financing every 3 years. I change my car. Now I'm driving a 2024 Palisade, like a seven-seater SUV, because I changed my car every 3 years since I've been here. I have a 2-year-old Elantra, and I have a fairly new BMW driving. So that's the thing, guys. Old cars. Once you buy old cars, and they're like, "Oh, but it's never giving me any problem." They're gonna tell you that. "Oh, I have this car for years and it's never giving me any problem." They're they're not lying. It's just that know that you bought it. It's time for it to give problem because the warranty is out. The warranty have a lifetime on certain things. Have a like a life expectancy on certain things. So when you buy it, that's why they put a 3 year warranty on it because they know that after 3 years, that car is gonna be a problem. So when you buy that used car from somebody, you're probably gonna pay top dollar for it anyway. And then that's when the problems start. So that's why I just never buy used cars after that. I just always be changing my cars after 3 years. Like the one that I had last year, I was gonna keep it. I was like, I'm gonna keep it. It's a good car. And then the computer went bad. You know what I did? I went to the dealership to fix it. And they're like, oh, the computer is like, oh, $5,000. I'm like, you know what? Take this shit and give me something else. And that's what I got, the 2024 Palisade. Because I'm not fixing the cars. Like once you start fixing one thing, you're gonna be fixing something else, fixing. So like the policy that I have, I plan to keep it because every time you trade in, you're losing money, and that's what I've been doing for years, just trading. So I like my Palisade. I like all the features. It can drive by itself and stuff like the Tesla. It has a co-pilot, not an autopilot. So you can be in there and just fold your hands up, move your feet, and it's driving and steering and stuff. So I like it. So I'm gonna keep that for a while. I'm gonna try to keep it as long as it doesn't give me any big problems. I'm gonna keep it more than 3 years because I've been wasting money just trading in, trading in. Cause you never get a good value when you trade in, right? All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit the thumbs up, smash the like button. I was talking about immigration stuff. I'm migrating to America now to survive. If you're new, and then I went into buying my first car and my first apartment. So my first apartment, guys, coming to America, my first apartment was a basement, right? So I was living in a basement. Lucas, Sean, Tajay, and myself were in a basement in Brooklyn. And then Sean got pregnant with Chanel. So now we're in a basement, right? And the landlord started freaking out when she saw Sean's belly because I didn't know that there was a rule on basement. And a matter of fact, we're in a basement sharing one bathroom with like 5 other people in a basement. So I'm telling you guys, starting from nothing, don't be trying to go big. Save your money. So we stayed in that basement as long as we could and we saved our money, right? Hustling, saving our money. And then when the landlord saw that Sean was pregnant, she's like, "Oh my God, you guys can't stay in the basement. It's illegal to have babies in the basement in New York and stuff like that." So we got notice to get out of the basement. So I'm running around trying to find an apartment. I just got my green card and stuff. Um, I wasn't a citizen as yet. So no, I'm trying to get an apartment. Everybody wants to run your social. So I just got my green card, just got my social, and you know that your credit is poor, not bad, but poor because you're new. So you have no history on your credit. So now I can't get an apartment because everybody want to run credit check. All right. And then I met this guy, right? He was like a perfect stranger, right? And then I think he was undocumented at the time too. But then he had like a sister or something like that. And he's like, come on, man. He's like, don't get depressed. The guy name is Sean too. The guy is Sean. I haven't seen him in a while. Then our friendship kind of fell apart um, over the years. But anyway, that guy helped me into my first apartment, right? So I had money, but I didn't have any credit. And then he got his sister to rent the apartment for me. So the sister had credit, so she was the primary on the apartment, and then I'm the secondary on the apartment. All right, and that's how I got my first apartment in New Jersey. So I had to leave New York now and go to Jersey because apartments are cheap in Jersey. So I left New York, go to Jersey. I got a 2 bedroom, a 1 bathroom, kitchen, living room, and then there was like a dining room area, like a little nook. And then when Shanna was born, I we turned that little nook in the apartment, so people apartment, right? So I went and bought a sheet of ply, and I drill in the cut the ply, drill it in, and turn that little nook into a baby nursery, into a bedroom. And that's where Chanel stayed for a while, in her little bed and everything, her own little privacy. So we have our room, me and Sean in one room, Lucas and Tajay in one room, and then the baby in her little nursery, where she stayed for a little while until we bought our first house. All right, so you just gotta stay consistent, guys. You just gotta hustle, and you just gotta know what you want. You gotta know what you want. That's just the truth. You gotta have a plan. And we stayed in that apartment for a long time, a long time, because it was in Jersey. Because I could have gotten a New York apartment, but New York was like double the money. So I got a New Jersey apartment, and then I took the train over to New York for work every day. So on the train from back to New York to Jersey every day, and that's what I did for a few years until I went on my first deployment. Oh, my second deployment. So when I went away the second time, I went to Virginia this time, right? And the military gave me a new apartment down there. So I have one apartment in New York, in Jersey that I rented, and then the military gave me a 3 bedroom apartment in Virginia that they paid for. So they gave me an apartment, they giving me money for my family, and they giving my regular pay. And then while I was on deployment, then COVID broke out and schools shut down and everything. So I went and got my family. So they came up. We went down one day, packed some stuff in the back of my van, and then I took them to Virginia, and they were there with me the whole time during COVID while I was on active duty. I was still paying for the apartment a few months, and then we were like, you know what? Obviously, we're not going back there because things are going on. So then we went up one weekend, and then we just like moved some of the stuff that we wanted, and then just left everything outside for people to take. All right, and then during COVID, I bought my house, the first house. So the things that we moved from there, we had a truck just take them directly to storage because I was still processing the house thing. So the truck took them to storage, and then when the house finally came through, then we moved them from storage to the new house while we were still on orders in Virginia in a 3 bedroom apartment. So I had the kids move before me. So Sean and the kids moved to Georgia before me. Because I was still on active duty in Virginia. So they came and saw the house before me and everything. And then that's it, guys. Our life just we're blessed. God is in control. And then I lost her when we were okay. So we ended up buying another house before she passed. After we bought that next house, then she got sick. So that was life in a nutshell. All right, guys. So I was talking about immigrating to America from Jamaica or wherever you want to migrate from. That's what I was talking about, and then we got here. But anyway, I got stuff to do, guys. And I'm getting off the live. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and drop a comment down below. Let me know what I need to talk about next. All right, guys. See you in the next video. Peace out.